Hey lover. So, of course, it's just hey lover 8 times. Hey lover. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning show. Everything going smoothly?
Smoothly.
Okay. Saw you checking things. Maddie's here. I'm here. I have a book in front of me. I have coffee in front of me. And as unprofessional as it is, I am putting the cricket match on my second screen because England got embarrassed. Maddie, how do you feel about that? You have deep ties to England.
First of all, terrible flag.
You don't like the English flag?
No.
I don't even know. What
Third
it
of
looks like.
all.
Isn't it like?
Or second of all.
It's got like that thing in the middle that M.
No, it's just boring. White, red.
Oh, dude, I don't know flags at all. That's England's flag.
Second of all,
I would have guessed.
I don't even
the
understand
Vatican.
why the UK and England,
Well, England's in the UK. So
yeah, England's not even a country, and yet
no. England's a country.
not on the sport.
No,
quiz.
it's not a country.
Yeah.
UK is the country, and
Right.
England is the what is it? It's
I'll look it up.
a nation.
Well,
What? Because England, Wales, UK, Northern Ireland make up England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland make up the UK.
Right.
But I used to know this. I hate sounding dumb. I do know
Same.
this. I do know this.
This says England is a country that is part of the United Kingdom.
Yeah. Because the United Kingdom is a kingdom. I think, yeah, there's sovereign countries inside the UK. So I was right, and you made me feel dumb. And you hate England, and they're embarrassing themselves. And my laptop's going to die. So, man, can you grab my backpack that's in the Stream Lounge room? Sorry.
Man.
That sucks that you did
Yeah,
that
he
to him.
played himself.
Yeah, he was in here getting behind-the-scenes vlog footage. But, so, I am walking to the train this morning and deciding what am I going to watch on the train. I've been watching a lot of TV because baby James was really sick this weekend. I stayed home sick with him. And stay home. I was homesick with him, which led to watching a lot of sports and a lot of TV. And I'm in the middle of Severance. And I started another Apple TV show, but I don't want to do both. So it was basically, am I going to watch Severance or listen to the Boy Meets World podcast? Or I'll check to see if there's any cricket match out. And as I was walking to the train, I see that the England versus India ODI, which is one day invitational, is like just about to start. And I said, that's cool. I'll watch this. But I probably won't finish it because I'll get to the office and like the ODIs can be like 6 hours long. They're like 5 hours, 6 hours long, basically, if they want to be. England, which usually one team bats for half of it, they batted out by the time before this show started, which was like in less than an hour and a half. Basically, if you don't know how cricket works, think of it as baseball, one inning. If the batter doesn't get out, he stays up. He hits until he's out. Once you get all the batters out, it would be 9 in baseball, but it's 10 in cricket. That half of the game is over. It's a pretty simple concept to relate it when you, and obviously there's more nuance. They all got out. It was embarrassing. India embarrassed them. And they were going for the record for like the least amount of runs they've scored in ODI in their history. But they beat it. But now England's going to beat them. So now I'm like, well, shit, I can maybe finish the whole match. So it's on in the background. But my laptop's nice. So now I'm going to reach down and plug this in, which will take my mouth away from the microphone, which means you have to fill up the time.
Oh, no problem with that. So I had your tweet notifications on, and so I just saw you start tweeting about cricket. Hence why, if you recall, I said Roy looked terrible today. I have no idea who that is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you knew that.
I knew that. Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
saw that you saw my tweet. Well, Roy looked terrible today. I think he got ducked, which means he got out before getting a single run. I don't know if it was his first ball he saw. I don't think it was. I think he's his sixth or fifth ball that he saw, which would be like the pitch. But he didn't get any runs. Jason Roy. But 2 days ago, in the T20 match against India, it is the same thing. So he's just having a bad go. They're actually getting to him pretty nicely, Maddie. So they have a pitch called an in-swinger. The way we say run or break, the way like a two-seam fastball runs, like arm side run, you would say in baseball, they say swing. So swing and run are the same thing. Like, well, that ran in on his hands.
But do they still swing the bat?
No, I'm talking about the action of the ball. They
I
swing
know.
the bat. Yeah, they still
So
swing
they
the bat.
use 2 swings.
Yeah, every word is used 5 times in cricket. It's very confusing. But so they call what we would call a two-seam an in-swinger. So basically a righty throws it, it bounces, and then comes in on the batsman, a righty batsman. So they were setting him up with that. They threw like a bunch that were outside and then bounced and were coming into the wicket. He had to protect. And then they finally threw like kind of a straight ball that like a four-seam to the left, and he overextended, and then he because he thought it was going to come in, and he hit it in his own wicket. It was kind of cool. It was good bowling. Anyway, I'll stop talking about cricket. Unless something exciting happens, then I'll talk about it because it's on. And England's bad. So that's a bummer. How was your whale watching? You watched the whales have sex?
I did.
How was it?
How did you know?
What do you mean, how did I know? I know everything.
Okay, fine. Oh, Taylor probably told you.
Yes, and we did a whole segment on beached whales.
Okay. No, it was, I mean, if
Loud?
I'm being serious.
Yeah?
Oh, you're talking about the sex still?
Yes.
Oh, it was loud.
You watched whale? Did you go watch? Usually when you whale watch, it's during mating season. Was it not?
Oh, no, this is feeding season. In the Cape, I was in the Cape.
Yeah.
They feed exclusively, I was told. They don't do anything else.
The whales?
Exclusively feeding.
They don't. What does
No.
that mean? What else could you have done? Poaching? Riding?
No. The whales themselves only eat when they're in the Cape. They will swim down to like the Gulf of Mexico to do mating, birthing, everything else. But they eat, and then when they're down
It's
in
like
the
vacation.
Gulf, yeah, but when they're down in the Gulf, they don't eat.
Well, why would you eat? They're fucking.
Right.
You don't mix those.
You never multitasked?
No. Nope. So, how was it? Did you?
It was
what kind of
insane.
whales were you looking at?
Humpback. I was told that there was a chance we would see 3 different types of whales, including a fin whale, which is the second largest of all the animals on the planet.
Well, isn't blue whale the largest?
Yeah.
Isn't a blue whale's tongue the size of an elephant?
Yeah, they said that.
I know my whales.
I know you do. I know you do.
I know my whale knowledge.
But we only saw humpbacks. But like
Humpbacks are the ones that look like the side of a mountain, like crumbled and then became a whale in the ocean.
yeah,
Yeah.
when they come up to the water, their back literally like breaks in half.
Yeah. It
And
looks
so
like
you
a rock
see-
formation.
Yeah.
Like God was like, that rock is now 10 whales.
Right. So, I mean, they came up basically to the boat because there was a bunch of young ones that I guess don't know to not do that. But they were right up next to it.
Like rubbing on the boat and stuff?
No, they never made contact.
Okay.
But
Did you get to feed a whale?
no.
Did you get attached to any of them?
Yeah.
Mm.
There's the mom. Her name is Nile. And this is her.
Who names them? Just the guy on the boat?
Wait a minute. This is
Can
this
a
is a
different
good
tour
point.
guide have different names?
No.
No, that's
They-
not true. Every tour guide from every company.
Okay, every company that's a different story.
Yeah, so each company has their own
Yeah,
names
yeah.
for the whales.
But this is my thing, and I told this to Emily right when they started saying this stuff with the names. I said I don't really like it anymore
yeah,
because they know that they're going to be there. I thought that we would date random
like we're
whales.
hunting whales. Yeah.
But instead, they know Nile's going to be around this latitude and longitude.
The whales are kind of in on it.
Right. I thought, I wanted the one that was vacationing from the Pacific.
Yeah, you wanted
strolling
you
through.
wanted to scare them a little bit.
But
you want to sneak up on some whales.
But no, apparently this mom Nile, she has birthed 15 consecutive years. She comes up with a child. This is year 15, so we got to see Nile and her child. What was
normal?
that face?
Is that normal? How many kids do whales have? Are they overburdening Niles just for the tour?
No, they don't control Nile.
I don't know.
Well,
can I tell you a story about a whale?
Yeah.
It's not really about a whale. It's about a blowhole, which whales have. There's a blowhole in Kiami. Is that how you say it? Australia.
A blowhole.
You know what a blowhole is? You never seen Fool's Gold, Matthew McConaughey movie?
I've only seen blowholes on animals.
Well, think about the side of the rocks in the ocean and an animal's back. Wait, you don't know what a blowhole is? So like it's the side like of the earth. If there's a opening, then the waves will crash like under the cave of the rock and then up.
I see images now.
Like here, this is the Kiami blowhole in Australia.
Not a lot of blowing.
Well, wait. It can get pretty big. I need a wide shot. I don't need this guy to talk about it. All right, anyway, so this blowhole in Australia, when I was a little kid, you know some things when you're little, they just stick with you?
Yeah.
This sticks with me so much. I think about it all the time. There was these drunk kids. Maybe they were like 16, 17 years old. Or maybe they were 20. I don't know. They were young kids in Australia. And there's a roped off section. You're not supposed to go. You fall in that thing, you're dead. You're not supposed to go by the blowhole because you get trapped under there. Unless it's Fool's Gold and you're Matthew McConaughey.
Spoilers.
So, it's the KIAMA blowhole. If anyone wants to look at it, I'm at the Google Maps now because I'm remembering it with my brain. These kids went around the barrier and they were on the rock formation and they were been drinking and everyone else was kind of like, "Hey, stop!" And this one walked up to the edge, like the edge of the blowhole. Scary. Everyone was like, and then he looked over, like down, and as a wave came, the pressure of it ripped his arm out of his socket.
Oh my God.
Not like off his body because we're not in a cartoon, but out of his socket. And then he was like, "Oh, my fucking arm. And he's just crying his eyes out. And everyone was like, "Yeah, dude." Like no one had any sympathy for him. And then his buddies had to like help him walk and go to their car. And he like cried his way home. And my parents used it as like a great lesson. And like, he's lucky he didn't die.
And that's how Peter Moylan became a sidearmer.
Yeah. And then right after that happened, the whole crowd was like, "Oh my God, so scary, that kid." And then a bunch of Free Willy style whales, killer whales, is that what they're officially called?
What did you call them? Free Willy style?
Yeah.
Orcas?
Yeah, orcas swam around the whole peninsula here, a pod of them. So quickly, everyone was like, "Oh, don't give a fuck about that kid anymore."
Oh, unrelated.
Let's look at the whales. Yeah, the whales kind of stole his shine.
Yeah. At first, I thought you were going, they sensed somebody was in trouble and they were coming in.
No, they would have like eaten him probably.
Fun fact, don't believe any orcas have ever hurt any human in the wild.
In the wild?
Yes.
So only in captivity?
Yes.
Okay. That's fair.
Because there's videos where like somebody's swimming, orca's just underneath.
Oh, the kayakers up in Seattle.
Yeah, a lot of spots.
Mostly up in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Washington.
I hear that if
there's that harbor full of orcas.
If you see an orca and it goes on its side, it's being friendly to you, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
just in case you ever get into a situation.
No, I don't want to. I don't really like do that. I'm not interested in adventure.
That's fine.
What a loser thing to say. Look at my shoes. Does it look like a guy that wants to adventure?
No. You look like you're the guy that goes once a year on the family hike. It's not really a hike. It's kind of just straight walking in those shoes.
Yes, that would be a good call. But these shoes are actually, I slip like at Penn Station. See, there's no grip.
Same.
I wore them down. I think I wore them down in the warehouse. So when I have to run to my train in Penn Station, I slip, and it's dangerous. I tried to wear Vans, and I said, Katie, do I look cool in these? Like, I don't think I can pull these off. And I have these socks. And she said, no, with those socks. But I don't want to.
No show sock?
Yeah, no show socks means they just fall
Yeah.
past my ankle, and then I'm in discomfort all day. So I don't know what to do. Want to take a call?
Sure.
Let's take a call because I also have my book, Roger Granite. I haven't gone to him in a while,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember really enjoying this book. So who are we gonna chat with?
Oh, I invited Evan.
Evan P.
Evan Hutchins.
Evan Hutchins.
He's in.
Thought it was Evan Phillips having a good year.
What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, Evan? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Good morning.
Good morning to you as well.
I feel like anytime someone joins the call, they got to start off with morning.
Morning, yeah. With I wish I didn't have like my Dunkin' cup. I wish I had a mug still.
Yeah, man. What's going on? What's new over at Jomboy Media? Any secrets for the morning crew?
Secrets. We're going to the All-Star game.
Okay.
Well, actually, we're not going to the All-Star game. We're going to L.A. for All-Star week. I just saw the house that we're staying in. Did you see it yet?
No.
It's badass.
Are you asking me or Maddie?
Maddie, sorry. It is. It's a badass, nice house. It's a lot of the content crew is going, and then like Maddie and Zach on as like editors, producers. We're going to the Home Run Derby, and we have then Boomtown Brewery. We're doing like a VIP, like little meet and greet, hangout, and then open to the public to just come and fuck around with us. We're doing some like fancy schmancy party for like advertisers and players and executives and like the business side, which I got to pack pants now to LA. Stupid.
Any major celebrities you're going to be hanging out with? Are you going to catch up with Rob Lowe while you're out there?
Oh, I don't know. We might see Rob. Bill Hader, I got to message him because he called when we were talking the other day. He was like, let's meet. But he originally was writing season 4 of Barry, so he was like in his writing cave and not doing anything. But now he's not. He's trying to go to the game. I think he said, well, I don't know. I don't want to relay my conversations, but him and another comedian were trying to go to the All-Star game. But yeah, it'd be cool if like he comes and hangs out because me and Bill Hader text more than like anyone else I text. That's not family.
That's like such a surreal thing for you to say.
Yeah. He's awesome. I mean, he asks a lot of questions about baseball. Like whenever something happens, he just wants to like chat. And then
That's awesome. So cool.
when Barry was on, I would just like, return favor and tell him how good Barry was. And he likes the breakdowns and shit. So
Haven't seen Barry. I hear it's a good show. You ever see Documentary Now with him and Fred Armisen?
I've seen certain ones. That was when we started like chatting. We talked a lot about documentaries because he was like going to make like a spoof of the old baseball documentaries. Like have you ever seen the Fergie Jenkins documentary? Like it's from like Canada's version of PBS. They followed him for the whole season of the Cubs. You can watch it. It's publicly out there, and they're like mic'd up in the dugout in the 70s. It's a really fun watch if you just like that like inside access, especially back in the 70s. But
Yeah, no, I'll have to check it out.
other secrets.
And I heard you say, oh, go ahead. Tell Tell me all
It's
the
called
juicy
King of the
secrets
Hill.
John
It's
Boy
on YouTube.
Media.
It's called King of the Hill. It's an hour long. It's I would watch that if you
Okay.
like old school, just like it's like a gem because they're all mic'd up. Other secrets. I was trying to think
Dude,
of some.
I would definitely do that.
We're making content for another RSN. Do you know Regional Sports Network? Not Yes Network. We're working on putting toe on the slab on Yes Network and finding out the date for our next watch in Yanks in August. Oh, we're trying to work on playoff watch parties. Like we're gonna do the live streams for the Yankees games and stuff, but we want to try and do one at a bar with like people that can come and watch with us, or at Billy's. Actually, this is a kind of secret that I usually wouldn't share, but it's morning, so I will because it might not happen. But what I really want to do, the owner of Billy's, the bar / like club by Yankee Stadium, it's a big ass place, and I wanna play blitzball in there, like a 2-on-2 game, and then do like a watch party or pregame show, and then have like just an exclusive, like if the game's at 7, Billy's probably gets really active at 3:30, 4, like maybe it's like 1 o'clock, like come watch us play blitzball, hang out with us, and then watch the game. Like it's a long ass day. I have no idea if that's plausible, the logistics behind it, but I think that'd be awesome. It'd be the first time like people could like come watch us fuck around and play, and it'd be cool if we can get some of the Yes crew to like take at bats and shit.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. That'd be awesome. I have a question for you. So I know you're doing the stuff with Yes Network, and I think the relationship there seemed obvious because you're a huge Yankee fan and you kind of built the company off of the Yankees. Any plans with Major League Baseball? Not so much like Yes Network, but like maybe like MLB TV.
Probably not, because I don't think they could offer free creative and editorial control. Like we've chatted with MLB a bunch, sat in a lot of meetings. They've come to our place. We've gone to their place. A lot of conversations, a lot of thoughts of what it can be, what it can't be. They kind of don't know what we want and think we want certain things, and then we're like, nah. But I wouldn't say no. Like it could happen. I would be much more reluctant and really need to be convinced that we would have editorial control.
Yeah,
Which I don't think they can do. They're owned by baseball.
I know, and I don't know if you ever watch like I'm sure you obviously watch MLB Network, but I'll throw it on in the morning and just kind of like catch up on baseball. But sometimes I feel like I drive myself crazy watching the show because they'll talk about like their favorite songs for like 10 minutes before they actually start talking about baseball, and I'm like, what is this? Like,
What
I feel
show?
like Yes Network will just get right into the meat and potatoes of baseball, but MLB Network sometimes, like MLB Today with like Roflo or whoever.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's tough to not do that stuff because you want to like catch up on Mike, and you think the audience wants to hear you catch up. And Jake and I used to fall into that a lot. And that's why like we put a strict like get into the actual topic in 5 minutes or banter about the topic for 5 minutes, but you can't just be like catching up on your weekends, because that's like our number one rule on the wall is 5 minutes. It's either like 5 minutes of content or you better get to the subject in 5 minutes and get your hellos over with. It's kind of when we started Jomboy and Jake Radio. It was like we need an avenue to just fucking banter because Talking Yanks has to stay Talking Yanks. That was part of it. It is hard to like completely eliminate that. The hardest thing to do when you're doing content is to short form, because everyone's like, I could ramble for hours, and it's like, yeah, but that's not good. Like keeping things tight and timely and on topic is better. But I understand falling into that trap. That's why like this show is just ramblings. There's not even anything. So that we've created shows where we can ramble, so the other shows we can stay tight on.
No, I definitely got my my dose of whale talk today for sure.
Yeah. See, I knew that was on the agenda. Maddie didn't. I surprised him.
I'm still unfulfilled.
Yeah, you want more whale talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maddie was blown away by my whale knowledge.
I was blown away with it. I mean, I felt like Maddie would have like a whale anecdote, and your response was basically like, "Yeah, I know that."
Well, I mean, not to be a one-upper, but I'm just a kind of a whale guy. I probably know 3 whale facts, and I dumped all of them in that conversation.
That's why I'm unfulfilled.
Yeah.
I want this conversation to continue.
Yeah, I'm out at this point. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else going on. We are sending out invites for the mini golf invitational that takes place really soon. Hopefully, we can get some people to come. I don't know. We're like trying to lean on CAA because they invested in us to like, hey, send us some celebrities or athletes to come play. I know we got it sponsored, and we reached out to a contractor to build the course, and it's like in 3 weeks we film it. So, we got to get going on that, and then right after that, we're filming Blitzball Battle 2 in early August. It's not going to come out until after the World Series ends, but it's the only time Rose is available in August, and we need to keep our September and October completely free of that shit. So that's going to get sat on for a while, but we have a lot of the same teams coming back from Blitzball Battle. I think people are really going to like it because it's going to be up the production value from the first Blitzball Battle, a return of the team. So we're kind of doing basically I grew up loving baseball and loving like the real world road rules. I hate the name because my speech impediment. The challenge. MTV's The Challenge.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what The Challenge is?
Mm-mm.
God damn it, man.
I mean, I don't know how old Maddie is, but like I'm familiar with The Challenge. I never watched The Challenge. Wasn't really like an MTV kid.
You guys stink. Well, basically, The Challenge is like it was actually started before Survivor, but the difference is they always had like the same like cast. Like say there was a pool of 40 people, probably there would be 10 that were on every season, but then there was always like they would mix and match and all that and then feed new people in. And that's kind of what we're building with Blitzball and with Floorball. Like Forgotten Rotten has a team in the Floorball tournament, and they're going to be back for Blitzball 2. Baggage has a team in the Floorball tournament and going to be back for Blitzball 2. We Got Ice will be back for Blitzball 2. McFlurry Power will be back for Blitzball 2. Shea Station. And then like we have some new teams coming. So I think the people that like that are going to really enjoy the return to those teams. And so that's being filmed in August. So we're narrowing down that stuff because it's, as soon as we get back from the All-Star break, that comes. And then it's like All-Star break leads into crazy-ass trade season, so we have to be like on call for talking baseball and talking Yanks, and then mini golf. And we're doing a putting league too. Since we're building this mini golf course, it's only going to be set up for like 4 days in the warehouse because we have to tear it down before Blitzball Battle in the next weekend. So we were trying to figure out how can we get the most out of this. Have I shared this already on here? I never know. We're trying to how can we get the most out of this. So basically, if you follow the warehouse games, you think about Blitzball Battle and then the 1 inning league. We have like the mini golf invitational with celebrities and 4 rounds and all that. It's like a Little League World Series format. And then we're making the putting league, which I don't know what we're calling it yet. I really like TPL now, just the putting league, TPL. WPL, Warehouse Putting League, was another one, or JMPL. I really just like the ending putting league because it sounds stupid. But we're doing that. I think there's going to be 6 teams, a full season, and playoffs. You have a bingo spinner, and say it's me versus you, Maddie. Like I choose a ball out of the bingo, and you choose one, and those are the 2 holes we play for that week's matchup. Mm-hmm. Fun format.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like at this rate, dude, I mean, you have a warehouse. I feel like on the horizon is just like the Jomboy Media sports complex with, all of your current and future games all housed on one plot of land somewhere.
That would be really cool. And then have our like offices and podcast there as well. I mean, basically like Fantasy Factory shit, but it needs to be way more successful. Like we're still in investing in it and building in it because it has the highest like potential ceiling of anything we're doing. So we still need to like crack into. So like for floorball, I think we have 8 people playing that have their own audience in the hockey space, and hopefully that we like get some of those people to tune in and then stick around on the Warehouse Games channel for like the other shit. So that's the thought process. But yeah, that would be like that is what everyone has in their head as the high end thing. Is like a huge warehouse with a floorball, sitting floorball thing, and then the other half is blitzball that we can turn into like the cricket game or whatever the fuck we want to play. and then rent it out for like people to come play against us, host leagues.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I feel like, you've already had, professional athletes like play these games with you. And then as, if you can branch out to other sports, then it's like, well, in the off season of that sport, you bring on like whatever baseball player or whatever hockey player or whatever cricket player, and then you just take it up from there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, one thing we want to do that we're putting into the plans now is taking it on the road in December and finding a hangar or a warehouse in LA, renting it out for like a month, building a blitzball field, setting up our broadcast booth, like decorating like our warehouse, and then hosting a tournament with like, 4 of our teams. Like we got Ice, Baggage, Forgotten Ron, but then there's been major league players that said they would play and have them play, and maybe have tickets for people that would want to come and spend the whole day and watch it all with us. But probably a decently priced ticket, because I would need people that actually want to be there and like keep the secret and want to like enjoy it. Like I wouldn't want people to come if it's like $20. I think you're just gonna have people not keep the secret, because everyone signs an NDA on these tournaments. Like, don't spoil the ending. It's only like time I get more serious than anything. Like, please don't like, it would be fucking awful if you spoiled the ending of this. So that's a big thought as well, a big plan. So there you go. There's all the secrets.
Awesome. All right. I can't wait to tell everybody.
Yeah. No. I mean, I rarely share stuff like that because I just want it to be, I don't want it to not come true. And then it's like, what the hell? But whatever. I'm excited about it.
Cool, man. I'm excited for you. I mean, this is the second time I've talked to you on morning. I think the first time I talked was like the first amp morning. But yeah, man, been around since 2017, and it's only going up.
Yep. You're a name that always pops up that I'm like, yep, he's been here forever, so it's cool. Yeah, I mean, when we did the floorball tournament, and that comes out the 25th, we have the ping pong going on right now that Maddie edited, and those are really quick, fun games. And then floorball comes out, and one of the guys that was on the Worm Burners team, he was like, so how did this start? And I was like, oh, it was a hobby, just covering the Yankees, and we did a Yankees podcast. And he was like, how did it become this? I was like, I'll fucking know, man. Like, I don't know. Because that was the first time we really did something like that. Like, the floorball shit was cool. Like, I don't know how to put it into words, because it was like some sappy emotion came out of me where I was like, how did we create this? Like, how do we?
Well, dude, honestly, like, I mean, I think part of the reason why like you have such a faithful following is because you and Jake and like everyone there at JM is just like, it's just a fan that gets to do and do cool shit that like other fans really, really gravitate to.
Yeah.
And you just were able to build it and capitalize on it, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
like you capitalized on it in the best way.
Yeah. So we say the tone always has to be like we're just like a reunion fucking around doing a tournament in the warehouse. Like, we give prize money, sure, but I'm never really going to up the prize money, because I'd never want it to be to the point of animosity comes into play or anger.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like, back to the point I was saying before about like MLB Network, like that banter is like dumb and pointless and contrived, I feel like, but like your banter with Jake or Joe's or whoever is like fun and like cool. And I like,
yeah, they probably have on their sheet like 10 minutes of banter.
Yeah.
So I read a review of Talking Yanks the other day, and they said the awards section is very contrived, and I'm like, yes, the most contrived thing we do is just like, hey, I want to talk about this, but let's use a dumb award first. Well, what I was saying was the vibe is very much supposed to be like you're just with your buddies, hanging out, having fun, which what it is. It feels like that when we're there. And then down the road, if it gets more successful, we want to actually like be able to offer that. Like, we have the crew, we have the cameras. Like, if you want to come if we want to host a tournament, just open tournament, like entry fee to pay for it, and then you and your 4 buddies are now in this very official feeling tournament. Like I went to hockey tournaments when I was a kid, and when you do 4 days at the warehouse with like the bracket and everyone's showing up every day, and like, so if they win, they play them, but if we win, and then you're like, all right, if we play them, it's like, it fucking feels like youth sports again. And it'd be cool. Like, we wouldn't probably post it as content, but we could like say like, hey, we're going to run a tournament if you and your buddies want to play. There's like entry fee, and we'll have play-by-play, and we'll give you the games at the end or something. But that's so far down the road. We have to hit so many more benchmarks of success before we can do that. But I would love to get to the point where we are offering the experience up to people that want to do it on their own. It probably like lives on a different channel than like the official warehouse games, like Jewel events, but we just have like invitationals. Because I think to be able to offer it to other people and then find like characters and stars and shit that's going to be really, really fun. But I mean, we're probably talking like 5 years out minimum.
Hey, I mean, who knows? It could be less than that. Honestly, your trajectory is exponential. So it's keep at it. You're doing great.
Cool. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it as always. Hope you have a good week and rest of your day.
Yeah, man. You too.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
So, Maddie, when England was batting in this cricket match,
Right.
they got 111 runs and got bowled out. So you get 50. What's 50 times 6?
300.
You get 300 pitches, we would say. They only saw, what's 20 times 6?
120.
They only saw around like 130. They need they all their batters got out before they reached the limit of pitches. India currently have scored 56 runs, which is more than half that they need, and have yet to record an out. This is like a drubbing. Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right, want to give me a page number, and we'll do a little book, a little poem from this Roger Granite book.
Sure. What is the max?
It's a short book. The max is 71.
Okay, in that case, I'll go with 1.
Ooh, I wonder if we've done that. The very first one before. It's called Overtime. Is that, well, actually it's page 3. So page 1 has no poem on it. So do you want to do page 3?
Yeah.
Called Overtime. This is by Roger Granite, who I think is like a therapist or psychologist from New Jersey and not like a writer. But I remember loving this book because it's basically like he's just like a Jersey wholesome dad. Overtime. When I stay up late enough, it feels as though the night has a temper too. It can't be me alone who seems so cranky. Working overtime, I blink back at sleepy stars that pretend to be happy, any anger hidden deep behind their distant heat. The clouds and wind, weathered with fatigue, behave like tired friends drinking too much coffee. And dawn, label, irritable, snaps at the breaking day as nature knows no heart if we labor past a certain point. What does Labile mean? Do you know how to say that or what that is?
I would say it labile, but I don't know.
Whoa. Labile. Easily altered. Person whose blood pressure is more labile will carry an enhanced risk of heart attack. Easily broken down or displaced. Okay. So someone at like their wit's end. Labile. So he's just up late in cranky mood, looking at the sky and being like, that shit's cranky too. We're all cranky. It's late. I'm going to go to sleep. There you go. That was Roger Granite. Not my favorite. I think you chose a terrible page.
It wasn't the page I chose. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. I found out I another word I like understood the context of it completely when I was reading the article I was reading. Listless. But I was like, what's the actual definition of listless?
Yeah, I mean, I would say like
It was it was a listless effort. That was the way it went.
yeah. I mean, I would personally define that as
Oh no, it was an
no
article about
goal.
it was an article about the Angels, and they were like they were listless through the first 6 innings.
Yeah, I would say like whatever the opposite of goal oriented is, that's listless.
Yeah, I think the actual definition was just like lacking like energy or motivation. Yeah, lacking energy or enthusiasm. It's always weird when you're like, I know what they're trying to say there.
Yeah.
Like, but what does that word actually mean? If I want to use it, I don't want to be wrong. So if you hear me saying labile and listless, which someone can be both at the same time.
Agree.
Listless, labile, Luke.
Loser.
Yeah. We're all learning new words. For sure. Wow. England stinks. They're so bad, man. I had a call with a journalist who wanted to write an article on cricket coming to the U.S. or just my fandom. He was a good guy. I think he was in Germany, but he was English.
Mm-hmm.
And like halfway through, I was like, why is England so bad? Like there's all these theories that like just the development of England, like they have like in the last 15 years they haven't developed any like stud batsmen. They kind of have Joss Butler now, but for Test cricket or long form. And then I just found myself in this web reading like how the youth academies all like changed their style and like fucked up the development of like England. Not interesting.
Yeah. So I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I was wearing a.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as you need to know. No, just kidding. I'm fine. I was wearing a Landon Donovan shirt, and the doctor said, U.S. is going to be better in this World Cup than they have before. And I said, they didn't make the last one, so probably, yeah. But it's the same thing. It's just like the youth academies were bad for a while, but hopefully they've turned it around now, and we get to see half decent World Cup performance.
You think they're gonna be good?
No.
Do you remember the breakdown I did on Finnish baseball? Every now and then it goes viral.
I've seen it, but
There's a river in right field,
oh yeah.
and the ball's live.
Uh-huh.
So a highlight happened yesterday in that same river, and I'm gonna retweet this right now. And the right fielder, like, fully dives into the river and
Right.
like drops 10 feet into the water.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing. Oh my god, this is amazing. Like full dive into the river.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do a. I don't even know what the caption is. You know, like I think that went viral recently because George Conway retweeted it, and he was like, "I hadn't seen this one."
Right. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're seeing it now. Like, sorry that
Yeah.
I went speechless for a little bit, but it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, when the first angle, you expect that to be about a 2-foot drop, and it is not.
No. I gotta find the original. Oh my god. Oh. I typed in I searched Finnish baseball,
Mm-hmm.
and then all these videos came up with the word Finnish, and I was like, shit, how many breakdowns have I done of Finland? But it's just Finnish, like an exciting Finnish.
Uh-huh.
Is that not how you spell it?
It's 2 N's.
2 N's. That would make a lot more sense. That might make the search better. Finnish baseball player shoots the river for a home run.
Mm-hmm.
But in the video that I did, he kind of just went in the water and like got the ball and threw it back. This guy full out dives.
You have the world record for the most watched finished baseball video on YouTube.
I do?
Yeah.
Great. I'm helping out the sport. You know how many breakdowns there are that I don't fucking remember at all?
Probably 78.
Second place skier tackles first place after crossing the finish line, a breakdown. I don't remember that at all. Like, at all. It's got
Right.
1.3 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is. When was that? A year ago? I have zero recollection of making that breakdown. That's wild. Intense finish at the Tornado? Is that supposed to say Toronto? Foosball World Championship. Foosball breakdown. I remember this. This is when I was supposed to go on vacation, but Katie and I had no money at all, so we did a staycation.
Right.
And we watched Jake's dog Noodle, and then staycation just turned into me making like so many breakdowns about nothing. Like I did like food breakdowns and foosball breakdowns because it was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do on a staycation?
Right.
Sit at home and not do my hobby? How many views do you think the foosball one has?
1.1 million.
Foosball does?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
How are you looking at them in your like finder?
On Twitter.
Oh, okay.
What about this one? Watford scores in the final seconds to escape elimination in a crazy finish. Hashtag soccer company. And then on the bottom of the video, I put hashtag soccer company on the actual video. And then I put an asterisk that says, I know nothing about football on the video the whole time.
I do see this.
How many views does that one have?
318K.
Okay, that adds up. That's a decent thumbnail. I think Katie made that thumbnail.
It is a good one.
I think Katie made that one.
Give me one more.
All right. I mean, I just searched the word finish, and these are all breakdowns. Dramatic finish to SU versus ASU game, a breakdown. Now, this did horrible on Twitter. Horrible. Like, maybe the worst numbers I've ever seen a breakdown do on Twitter.
It's not great. 156.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Not awful, whatever. It's still nice, but it's pretty bad. It brings down the average of a breakdown. What a horrible headline. Like a horrible dramatic finish to the SU and ASU game. Like, that's nothing.
Yeah. This is one where like title and thumbnail could use.
Well, I think we're trying to
update.
have someone go back and like change all those.
Mm-hmm.
We should, right?
I was tasked with the stats that exist aspect of that.
Did we do that?
I have not yet.
Because Jolly did that on his videos,
Right.
and I think like he revamped a bunch of old ones. They started getting like a ton of views again.
Yeah.
And I didn't care about the title or the thumbnail at all in breakdowns.
Yeah.
So there's probably some that are good that just fell through the cracks because they're just not catchy.
Right.
I think if you go to the channel, like all of those ones I probably put into the playlist Fun Sport Friday. Like anything that's not a top 4 sport or like a sport,
Right.
I put into Fun Sport Friday folder. So I wonder how many more there are. BattleBots, that was fun. I would still do those if they allowed me, but they don't.
Right.
How many views does the 2021 pickleball championship game have? Because that's a bad. Like, it's funny, but it's 320. Bad thumbnail. Not even like an exciting thing.
Oh, really? Pickle.
What is this good radio? I don't think it is. Maybe some people like behind the scenes stuff.
Maybe.
How about this disc golf one? This one was a really good video. I hope this has a lot. All right, 610. James Conrad.
Yeah.
Man tosses Bobcat. Remember that one?
Oh, that's all time.
1.9 million. Beat my wife.
Yeah.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, something like that.
Swisher gets diced up in blitzball. Oh, this is our first time working with blitzball. 1 million. Shit, that's cool. Czech Republic beats Croatia on penalties. A breakdown. What the fuck is that? Like indoor soccer? Man, what is this? What do I do? My dogs play in the backyard. It was Noodle and
Yeah.
okay, 180. Good.
Good.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Wait, that was the second one. The first dog one, which is just Wheaton Terrier versus Golden Doodle, 175. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Tetris. Arm wrestling. Beverage cart goes rogue at airport. 184.
Tetris.
Okay.
Tetris one is 580.
Damn. Bukashi. People like Bukashi. Does that one have views? Like you know what? The Fun Sport Fridays are more evergreen. Like those would be. I would go attack those with like actual thumbnails and titles. You want to do another call, and then we can get out of here. India still hasn't. They're at 70 runs and still 0 outs. So the first two batsmen have been hitting this entire time. 45 runs and 20 runs apiece. England blowing it.
I invited Newsome Sports Atlanta. They were first person to join a while back.
Morning, y'all.
Good morning. Is it Newsome Sports?
Yeah, so my last name is Newsome. I'm a big Atlanta sports fan, so that's my Twitter handle. I'm a Patreon member of you guys. My whole family loves your guys' content.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you very much for that, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. So I am a Braves usher, or a partial Braves usher. And I was at the game last night. I'm wondering, since the Yankees weren't on, if you guys caught a lot of that game from the night before.
No, I went to bed. I think I got into bed at 8:30 last night because I didn't sleep the night before, and I haven't looked into anything that happened. What did Cano? I saw Cano didn't turn. He was a double play, which led to a Mets run.
So going into the 8th inning, the Mets were up 2-1, and that was really the difference. Is Dansby and Cano have never turned a double play before. I'm sure they turned a couple in the warm-ups, but it was a play that was bang bang. Guillorme beat it out by half a step. They went to replay, you could tell he beat it. So they called it safe. Of course, the whole stadium booed. New York rigged it, everything along those lines. But that was so the Mets were up 2-0. Through 6 innings. The wind was blowing in, especially towards left field. So there was a ball that Dansby looked like he hit 415 feet that was out at the warning track. But, of course, Young Thick hit a homer. It was 2-1 going to the 8th inning. But this is where it doesn't make sense to me. Snicker brought in Darren O'Day to see 3 lefties. Well, there was a righty in the mix, but 3 out of 4 batters coming up were lefties. So Guillorme, out of all people, took him deep. Both of Guillorme's homers this year have been off Darren O'Day, and that was pretty much it. They tacked on another in the 9th, and the Mets won 4-1.
Both of his homers have been off Guillorme, or Guillorme's 2 homers have been off O'Day?
Correct, because it's righty-lefty. He was able to take him oppo. Well, I guess it wasn't oppo because he was a lefty, but he took him to the chop house.
Huh.
It's crazy. I just don't understand that call. Not that the Mets didn't come out and play a better game last night. I just don't understand why you put in Darren O'Day in that situation against 3 lefties coming up. You had him on the Yankees.
Maybe you just.
So you would kind
the
of.
only thing you think is, I don't know what the bullpen availability was, but maybe you just want to test him. Guillorme's not a power hitter, so if you just want to see what's going on there.
True.
Who was the righty
that's the weird thing.
in the mix?
The righty was JD. But then there was Janikowski, and Nimmo was not far behind in the lineup from turning over. So,
well, it looks like the day before everyone pitched.
That is true because he played 12 innings.
But still, Matzik looks like he should have been available.
Yeah, he was. And I think McHugh might have been because he pitched only an inning the day before, didn't pitch the day before that. But at the same time, that's another righty. I mean, thankfully we get Kenley Jansen back tonight, which is huge. I think a lot of the issue was just Max Fried didn't look great. It was his first time not looking good since like April. And Scherzer, I'll tip my cap to him. It was his first time just like shoving it versus us in a long time. We've kind of had his number since his DC days.
Yeah, you guys got 14 games left against each other. So it's going to be a slog. But yeah, it's a weird move bringing in O'Day. I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how they use him. Guillermo isn't a power hitter and hits righties way better. Yeah. And, like, if you're a lefty facing O'Day, it has to feel like you can see the ball for so long.
Oh, yeah. It's like right in your chest area.
Yeah.
Especially his fastball.
Yeah.
It's about where Peter Moylan threw, which I know him from working at Truist Park as well. So,
was he nice to you?
Oh yeah, great guy. I said, hey, I love the content you do with Jomboy, and I think this is the time that this is right after you guys got back from Arizona. So I was talking to him about the video you made with him at the pool. Forget the name of the series, but it was the
Island Ball.
The Island Ball, yeah. And he's like, oh, did you like it? I'm like, I thought it was hilarious. How he got it to where you had to have a perfect score to come back and win. He's like, oh yeah, that was one of the more interesting things we recorded out there. So
yeah,
he's a nice guy.
Well, Moylan's the best. Maybe my favorite part about these trips is just hanging out with Moylan because he doesn't want to go out. Like some guys, I think when we were in Arizona, like there was a crew that went out to the bars at night in the clubs, and me and Moylan and like, did you stay home or did you go out?
I went out.
You went out. I don't ever want to go out, so neither does Moylan. So we just stayed home, had some gummies, and played video games. Like sat around, and played ping pong, and then last All-Star game. Me and Moreland played ping pong on the island table like the entire time.
That's awesome.
With not ping pong paddles.
We started with spatulas, but then we got ping pong paddles, but we were still playing on the kitchen island with books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Oh!
I love the nights that the Braves have the broadcast crew with we have Jeff Francoeur as our main color analyst, but there's nights where he's not there, and of course Tom Glavine's not doing it this season to help his son out with college, I believe, in Florida. So there's nights that they'll put Peter Moylan as the pitching analyst and Brian Jordan, I'm sure you're aware of him. He played NFL and MLB, and the hitting analyst role, and they just go back and forth with each other all night. Oh, by the way, you were 0-7 versus me. Yeah, but I almost took. It's just constant entertainment. You hear yeah, and you hear Australian piping the whole night. So
I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, Moylan's the best. Cool. All right, hey, we got to wrap up the show. If you see Moylan at the stadium or anyone else, tell them we say hi and pants them on us.
Appreciate it.
Cool, man. All right. I think that's the end of the show. I believe. Did they not overturn that, Maddie? So England almost got their first out.
Yeah.
And I think, did the graphic say it would have went above the wicket, so it's not out? That was really close. So not. Yeah, original decision was not out. They're reviewing it. No one gives a fuck about this, Jimmy. But like, the graphic says it would have hit the bails. But then are they still reviewing this? I think they're ruling that it was not out. That sucks. They thought they were going to get their first out.
Yeah.
Tough day to be English. Am I right?
Every day.
No. I'm not like Maddie. I don't hate the English.
If we get them correct in GeoGuessr today, I'll stop hating them.
Yeah, big GeoGuessr. Did you see the comments on the GeoGuessr yesterday?
Wait a minute. We have to discuss one of them.
One
said, isn't this basically playing 30? Can we get it in 30 minutes?
So
no.
They didn't watch it.
Well, they're saying because we played 2 and 1. And so for total, we were playing 30 minutes of GeoGuessr.
But sure, but we stopped and started.
Yeah. No, that's like saying, you know what? Rather than a 3-game series, let's just play 27 innings and see who wins. It's ridiculous.
But we stopped and started. Like, we lost. Let's play again. Well, how else would they want us to do it?
I'll ask him. What comments were you referring to?
So many people were like, responding on why
Oh yeah.
we lost the
Oh,
crowd.
Yeah.
Or like, don't stop. Like, even if you lost the crowd. For anyone that doesn't watch the GeoGuessr series, we do sailor send-offs, which are awesome, and the whole office claps for us as we go into the room to go on our voyage and win. And we told the office, like, hey, guys, don't clap for us this time. Like, act like you're not into us anymore. We've jumped the shark. Like, you're just fucking over it. So we did our sailor send-off. No one clapped. They all just kind of looked at us. We sit down, and I say, all right, we do have to address it. We've lost the crowd, but we want to win them back. The whole thing's like a bit,
Yeah.
but like there's like a lot of comments like
a lot.
thinking like I was talking about like losing our
The
YouTube viewers crowd and like needing to win them back, which is so genuine that I felt bad correcting them. But I was like, no, guys, like that was about no one clapped for. It was funny. I was like, we're good. we're good. I don't. They were like going on theories, like, yeah, they're getting less views. Or why do you think people aren't watching anymore? I was like, I don't know. YouTube pushes longer things, and we did kill some with the watch time, but that was cracking me up. And at first I was like, what are they talking about? Like, what are these comments about that we lost the crowd? And then I watched and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
sometimes some jokes fall flat.
I did not realize that me saying when I had to do the sailor send off in the very beginning, I said something like, this is not like what I like to do.
Yeah.
Scream. And now it just was left in. I was
Yeah,
like, that's funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, also, one last secret. Game Show Network reached out and they're like, you have to take down the latest baggage video.
Oh no.
You said the woman's full name. You got that from the metadata, and we have to protect our condition. You can't share full names. We're like, oh shit, did we? Like, okay. So we like made it private, and then I said the name Sarah Ryan, and Zach checked. Not even the contestant. I just made up a name.
Yeah, made it up.
I was like, what's her name again? Sarah Ryan? That's what I say.
Yeah.
It's just made up.
Yeah.
It is my fault because people, like our own audience, probably doesn't know I made that up. Because it's like a nothing make-up. It's like a joke for, I guess if you know that I'm just saying like, it was Sarah Ryan, right? Then like you would understand I'm joking.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they responded yet. But we were like, no, he just made up a name.
Did you guys check?
They didn't, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they know they have the names.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at the end of the episode. Like, and it's so small that I say that.
Mm-hmm.
They must be watching them close. I think they hate that they sold them to us. I do. I think they regret it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they're like watching us so close. Should I just make up names for everyone now?
Mm.
Joe Williams. Stinks.
Hate that guy.
We're not allowed to disparage them, which is fair, right? We're not like that's one of the rules with the deal with Game Show. We're not allowed to disparage a contestant. We can make fun of them and mock them, and blah blah blah, but we can't disparage them. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, obviously, one of the episodes, Dan Rourke titles them and edits them. He made the title, "This contestant's a serial killer." I saw it luckily like as soon as it dropped, and I was like changed it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, that's like it's very disparaging.
So funny.
In the title too, not even like we said it. It was like scrambled. Like fuck. God. All right. Hey, that's the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you later. This is Blake Mills.